Barbarian, Path of the Giant. Now these are some big shoes to fill.
So we've finally got a second class that plays with its size. So how the book describes this, we're now in Bigby's Glory of the Giants. How the book describes this subclass is as barbarians who walk the path of the giant draw strength from the same primal forces as giants. As they rage, these giants surge with elemental power and grow in size, taking on forms that evoke the glory of giants. Some barbarians look like oversized versions of themselves, perhaps with a hint of elemental energy flaring in their eyes and across their weapons. Other transformations more dramatically, the taking on the appearance of actual giants or similar to an elemental, wreathed in fire, frost, or lightning. That sounds really cool.
It
We're
does.
on board with this giant stuff. Do you want to tell me about giants?
So when I first read that, I got very excited because I got that feeling I got when I first read about the Rune Knight fighter before Wizards crushed my hopes and dreams. But I will take this subclass as a personal apology letter from Wizards to myself, which it actually has written right at the bottom of the subclass. Sorry, mod. So, this is Rune Knight done right. So we've got at third level we have Giant's Power. So when you take this subclass, when you choose this path, you learn to speak, read, and write Giant, or one other language of your choice if you already know Giant. Additionally, you can learn a cantrip of your choice, either Druidcraft or Thaumaturgy. Wisdom is your spellcasting ability for this spell. So before we go too far, I just need to know, does Druidcraft make sense to you lore-wise? It doesn't to me.
I would say Druidcraft makes sense. Is they're a little more tied to nature. That's the only
Now,
thing
before you
I'm
say
getting
that,
there.
let me
Yep.
just quickly read out what Druidcraft does.
Tell me.
You create a tiny, harmless sensory effect, or make a flower blossom, or instantaneous, harmless sensory effect like a puff of wind,
Giant
or
magic.
instantly snuff out a candle or small campfire.
Hey, we're talking the gentle giant here. This is the gentle giant. The guy who doesn't want to pound in everyone's head, but god damn it, you're gonna make me, aren't you?
But when the
Yes.
gentle giant farts, it's more than a harmless puff of smoke.
I would take thaumaturgy, definitely. Definitely.
Definitely. Thaumaturgy. Let's just rule out Druidcraft. It's Thaumaturgy at level 3.
Thaumaturgy or
All
nothing
right.
else.
Also at level 3, you get Giant's Havoc. Okay? Your rages pull strength from the primal might of the gods, transforming you into a hulking force of destruction. While raging, you gain these benefits. So I really like this so far. So we've got Crushing Throw.
Yep.
When you make a successful ranged attack with your thrown weapon using strength, you can add your rage damage bonus to the attack's damage roll. That's awesome.
Got a +2 at
Because
starting,
normally it's
isn't it?
melee. You also get Giant Stature. Your reach increases by 5 feet, and if you are smaller than large, you become large. Along with anything you're wearing, if there isn't enough room for you to increase in size, your size doesn't change. So what do you think of those ones?
Good. The little bit of bonus, it's not too bad, I guess. It's that reach increase, which is going to be good for getting a lot of things. You combine that with a feat, and I think you know the ones we're talking about. And you're going to hold things up, and particularly if you've got a reach weapon as well, like things just start going big.
100%. The only thing I think this is missing, and I'm going to be critical just because I was critical with the Rune Knight, is I think Crushing Throw should also apply, because it's doing your rage damage. I think you should also be able to use this with Reckless Attack. So when you are rolling your ranged attack with strength, you should be able to roll it with advantage.
Yeah. I definitely see it. I see it's something that was missing, but yep. Well, at the 6th level, you pick up Elemental Cleaver. So your bond with the elemental might of giants grows, and you learn to infuse weapons with primordial energy. When you enter a rage, you can choose one weapon that you are holding and infuse it with one of the following damage types: acid, cold, fire, thunder, or lightning. While you wield the infused weapon during your rage, the weapon's damage type changes to that chosen type. The total weapon damage changes to that type, and it deals an extra 1d6 of that chosen damage type when it hits, and it gains the thrown property with the normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60. If you throw the weapon, it reappears in your hand the instant after it hits or misses the target. The infused weapon benefits are suppressed if another creature other than you wields it. And while raging and holding the infused weapon, you can use a bonus action to change the infused weapon's current damage type to another type that was listed above. So here's your damage bonus. It comes at level 6 though, and some games might not actually get there, but hopefully most games will get there and give you this bonus, which will allow you to do more damage. And what I love about it is you can change it if you chose the wrong one.
Yeah, I do love that. I love the primordial energies. I love the throne matching with. So far, this subclass is well designed. While it might not be overpowered like some classes, this one has a clear thought in mind of what they're going for. They're going for a rage ball of strength. And I think this is kind of going to be celebrated in Baldur's Gate 3. I think a lot of people will be doing a lot of throwing people in Baldur's Gate 3 to sort of test this feature out. All right. At level 10, you get Mighty Impel. Your connection to giant strength allows you to hurl both allies and enemies on, and I'm going to add in a slash, and off the battlefield. As a bonus action while raging, you could choose one medium or smaller creature within your reach and move it to an unoccupied space you see within 30 feet of you. An unwilling creature must succeed a strength saving throw, DC equals 8 plus your proficiency plus your strength modifier to avoid the effect. If at the end of this movement, the creature thrown isn't on a surface or liquid that can support it, the creature falls, taking damage as normal and landing prone. Now, I love this. Thematically, it's amazing. It fits up with the other things in the subclass, but I'm just going to say, I think they could have saved a lot of argument and a lot of hurt feelings by actually having a calculation here for damage done if the person elects to throw the enemy into a wall at 10 feet. So just, it could have saved a lot of arguments. I love it. I understand Fifth Ed doesn't do calculations, but I think there's going to be a lot of argument where people start arguing physics, which I think is part of D&D, but in non-familial groups, it can get a bit rough.
Yeah, I think this is a great ability, moving people around the battlefield. We've been throwing dwarfs and gnomes for a while now, and we've finally got a something that covers moving people around the battlefield. I do think the easiest way to achieve it is to throw them up, and then they'll take fall damage on the way down. But I definitely see, like, if I'm standing 5 foot off a wall and I launch you with 30 feet worth of movement speed into it, you're either going to smash through it and like your stars will be spinning out, like your head's poking through the wall.
A good DM will have a lot of fun with this. A new DM might struggle. But I just want to say one thing. Aragorn, toss me. Don't tell the dwarf. Don't tell the elf. Oh no, it's good as done. Oh, it's so good though.
So at 14th level, we get, you're going to have to help me with this. Demiurgic Colossus. So at 14th level, we gain that Colossus ability. The primordial power. The primordial power of your rage intensifies. This, when you rage, you increase, your reach increases up by 10 feet. Your size can increase to large or huge, your choice. And you can use your mighty Impel to move creatures that are now large or smaller. In addition, the extra damage dealt by your elemental cleaver feature increases to 2d6. So it capitalizes on what we've previously got, keeping us doing the same things we're doing, but it keeps us up with damage deals and makes us huge. 14th level, we're huge.
Yeah, our big tip on here is that it does large or huge, which is a really well written thing, because if you try to go huge and there's not enough space, it wouldn't work, as previously stated. So the fact they've got both sizes, well done.
Nice.
So,
Right. Yeah.
That's perfect. That's perfect. It's succinct.
It's good.
So this is what the Rune Knight could have been. The Rune Knight could have been an amazing fighter.
I don't mind the Rune Knight.
No.
But this is the other class, and yes, now likes and dislikes. I like the whole thing. I like throwing people around. I like that you're getting some of your barbarian extras into now thrown weapons for picking up rocks, buildings, wagons, whatever happens to be around the barrels, whatever. You're now getting that extra barbarian rage bonus on those things, which just makes total sense. If it's close enough and using strength to hurl things, yes, extra barbarian there. I don't see a lot of things I don't like. I mean, it takes a little while to get that extra damage bonus. You get big and things like that, but it takes you a little while to get that damage bonus. So something could have came a little earlier, but all in all, I'm happy. What do you think, Mitch?
Absolutely love it. If you add in that reckless attack for the thrown thing, so you can get the advantages. Also, you've got advantage on all these throws and stuff. They're saves. You're not getting to use like athletics and your advantage on your throws, which is a bit interesting that they've gone that way. So it's not an athletics check, it's a strength saving throw. Takes a bit of the thing off you. The 14th level one, you've got the it goes up to huge or large. The one thing I was a little bit surprised about here is that the strength saving throw doesn't change. So if you consider you're going from medium to large, and the strength saving throw for you throwing them is 8 plus pro plus strength modifier, but then you go up to huge,
Same thing,
and it's just as easy to resist. Like, I think, like, even if it was like a D4 or they had to roll with disadvantage,
the size category,
that would, yeah, like having them roll with disadvantage against a huge person is cool. Like that puts them at a disadvantage because you've gone up in giant size.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the thing I love about this is it's what I wanted from the Rune Knight. Like, it's direct, it's straight down the line of what could have been and what is. It's clear the intent, and it seems like a bunch of fun to play. Like, yes, it may not have crazy amounts of damage, but the battlefield mobility of moving people around, I love this subclass. I'm potentially moving my Satyr Barbarian, it's a Wild Magic Barbarian, to this in the Forces of Nature podcast I do, because damn, this is cool.
It's fun. A lot of fun.
Also, throwing characters from pirate ship to pirate ship might be really cool also.
So we talk about our character concepts. For me, I want two players to play, one to do a Rune Knight fighter and one to do a Path of the Giant Barbarian, and they're both fairies. They live in like the giant's hair or whatever, in a little tiny thimble or whatever. They come out, they do their thing, and then all of a sudden they just become these giant creatures that are hurling people around the battlefield and such. It's my Ant-Man / Giant Man build combo.
That, yeah.
When I was talking about it with the Rune Knight, I was talking about I think I was talking about a Thrycreen, so I would be Ant-Man. Well, in this case now I've changed it over to the Fairy, because at 5th level you gain the ability to cast Enlarge or Reduce on yourself, which can stack with this, as it would stack with the Rune Knight. So now you're at level 5, you're going to huge before you hit there, and then you go on to Gargant, like you're going bigger earlier. Yeah. And same with your other mate, or you shrinking right down to tiny and running along, you're doing whatever you need to do. So it is the size-based character taking full use of these things. And yeah, of course you got to play a little bit of a little man. Come on, I'll take him on. I'll take him on. I'll take you on. Oh yeah, little. How about you pick on someone your own size? How about now?
I absolutely love that, and I think there's a good pun there, because fairies are part of the Fae, aren't they?
They are, definitely.
So you could be a Fae Rune Knight. I like it. Yeah, it's like a Fey Rune Knight. Okay,
What have you
Rune
got?
Knight might get played just for that pun. For me, I am going to go with my Path of the Wild Magic Barbarian from Forces of Nature.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there is a Rune Knight in our campaign that I potentially might be able to talk to and work out with the DM,
Teach
with the
me your
player,
ability.
some sort of thing I could do for a transfer. I'm thinking something along the lines of trying to learn runes, and then something goes horribly wrong and get imbued with the powers of the rune. You know, like basically, eats the rune,
Mm-hmm.
makes the dildo out of the rune, does something wrong with the rune, and all of a sudden is imbued with these powers. But love this because the concept of having a little friend that's very heavy set,
Mm-hmm.
like a druid turning into a mechanical hedgehog
Mm-hmm.
and lining up like a pitcher
Mm-hmm.
and pelting at another pirate ship just sounds very, very boss.
And if
Almost like a cannon.
you miss landing on it, the thorns that will just wedge you into the side. You'll just be able to unfold and pull yourself up, clamber up.
And
Spiky
if
bomb.
you do hit, those spikes can wedge into somebody else. But no, I love this to bits, and like my concept would be that because this on a pirate campaign has infinite uses, be it moving stuff around the ship, or be it getting people back onto the ship, saving people, rigging the mainsail.
Yeah.
Very, very helpful.
No breeze. You make yourself big and large. And you blow.
Oh God!
Move the ship along.
Listen, I love it. I love it to death. I feel like the DM might pick up on the fact that you're increasing the weight on the ship. But listen, Mark's not that smart. I'll sneak it past him. He'll never hear this. He'll never see it coming. But no, so I especially love the fairy where you get the Duaga also gets the enlarge and reduce, so that's cool as well.
Yes, yep.
But no, so all up, that's great. Player tips. I'm going to say, speaking to your DM about all this stuff, because you don't want to be disappointed if they say, hey, I know you're huge, but if you throw that goblin at a wall, you're huge, and you do this massive throw of a tiny goblin, and it does 1d6 damage because it's only 5 feet away. That's going to be really, really underwhelming, and you're going to feel bad. So have a talk about how you're going to do damages for pitches and thrown, just so you don't hit the D up in the middle of the session and ruin the game. And yourself, before we go on to the DM tips.
For player tips, we made a lot of these good points, and being it equipment that you're after, gear, magic spells, or races. We talked about this in the Rune Knight, so go and check that out if you want to. It's a longer video because we go over we
can say this. We can say this, and we'll link the video here.
I can give that a go, but we'll see how good I can do. I haven't done that yet.
I'll point in multiple. We'll link the video here. Here.
At least be down below. So there's that. So look for equipment, things like that. They're going to play with strength and size, and because that's what we're playing with here, and also particularly strength. Like that's your big thing. Moving into then DM tips, it'd be then the exact same. You got to look at those magic items.
No. DM tips. Have a big fight on a bridge over lava. Let this guy live out his dream once he gets to level 14 and throw like a dragon or something else into the lava and just run through the bridge. Get the...
Clearing the way
I'm
through.
honestly getting chills thinking about playing that scene out. That seems pretty cool.
I guess come to terms with size in your game. Be it oversized weapons. You'll notice that when PCs go upper size category, the weapon grows with them. It only does an extra 1d4. But if you use oversized weapons, such as from NPCs, they usually double the dice code sort of thing as they keep going up. So you need to, that's something as a DM you need to have a think about. And we discussed this in the, I believe in the other one as well.
We did.
Like, just make sure you understand what size is going to do in the game, so that you can sit down and they won't be disappointed. For example, when you throw them at a wall and you're huge and they're small and they just take a D4 or D6 worth of damage, and you're like, I could have thrown them through the goddamn wall.
100%. The only other tip I've had was for the elemental cleaver, don't be a dick. Let them do it to both at once. It's really cool. If they are a Dex Barbarian, let them do it. Come on.
Jewel.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's all cool. I think we've quickly covered off on this. It's a great new class, and this is the sort of stuff that really brings a lot to the game, a lot of intrigue and new ways to play. So not just does it bring this class and the numbers with it, it also a different way to play the game. So
this goes right up there with Echo Knight and a few of the other ones that just blow your mind that were just the best of their subclass when they came out. Aberrant Mind. Yeah.
Very cool stuff. Well, thanks for viewing this. This is a step out of the ordinary. We usually still doing Tashes, but we're moving on to other books. We'll keep doing this if you want. Let us know what videos you prefer, adventure reviews, unboxings, and so forth, and we'll make sure we get more of those. If there's any particular subclass in that you want reviewed or things you want looked at, by all means, throw it in the comments down below, and we'll have a look at it and see what we can give you our opinions on and our years and years of experience.
And last thing, get in the comments and tell us which is better, Rune Knight or Path of the Giant. Just so you know, I will be deleting all the Rune Knights.
The multi-class Rune Knight Barbarian. Yeah.
Deleted. Path of the Giant's best. Anyway, thanks again, man. That was awesome.
All right. See yous.